Catalyst. Tuesday night, we do what fire cannot burn. Wednesday night, we come back with more St. Ricketts and the Catalyst.
Yo, guys.
Yo, indeed. www.saintricketts.com. And I know
they're so good. I love them.
I love them. They're terrific. And I don't care what anybody says, the count thing unit is definitely off on this thing. So don't pay no attention to that. Now, Choose in the house, which is up all the way from Argentina. That's my man. Watches us on Twitch. We appreciate it. Good evening, everybody. Wednesday night. And we have decided, Allie has decided, Allie has a little more in on the IT department. And has decided that instead of Yo 2.0 and confusing all the folks, I'm in the shower. Have a good night. Thanks, man. Watch this from the shower. That's a picture I did not need painted. So we call it Yo Show Wednesday. It's Yo Show. It's Wednesday night. It's the same fun, the same live, say what we say kind of stuff right up in your face.
It just makes more sense. I feel like the other's kind of confusing.
Well,
so we're just going to move everything over to the Yo Show. And
that click thing confuses the hell out of people. Jeff the Shark Perini with you, as always, Tuesdays and Wednesday nights. We do it a little bit different on Wednesdays. As you notice, the hot seat changes. It goes from long dark hair to more of a reddish purple effect.
It's purple.
And it is Allie Comisaro. Allie, good evening.
Hey, guys, what's up? How's everybody doing?
I'm pretty sure, I don't like to speak for everybody, I'm pretty sure a lot of people are doing great. Because as you know, we are just days away from the Super Bowl, the Eagles, the Chiefs. And I'm pumped. And Allie and Jewel both admit to me, don't do a lot of sports, we're not big sports people. Even they are stoked.
But I love when Philly teams get really far.
I agree.
I mean, I do love my Sixers.
You do love your Sixers.
Yes.
And I love the Sixers.
Trust the
Dennis
process.
Sullivan with the yo in the house.
Hey, Dennis.
Thanks for tuning in and checking us out tonight on a Wednesday. And Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. I can do the same night of the week because I love it. And the reason why I love it is like tonight. Allie and I went out Saturday night, checked out the Future Star show at Sweeney's, and we met an incredible band. Allie ran around and said, how about an appearance on the Yo Show? They're like, sounds great. And
these guys are so cool. Their style's cool. Their songs are cool. They're just cool guys.
Can't wait. And they got great sound. They are the band known as Milio Sky, ladies and gentlemen. They'll be here tonight. The name is actually on the bottom of the thing, spray painted there. It's Milou, M-I-L-O-U Sky. It is pronounced Milio Sky. The guys want to make sure
they just
we get
have
it right.
A swagger.
They do. The lead singer's got a little Kurt Cobain thing going on there, and
yeah, but like kind of Bieberish hair, yeah.
A little bit. It's the younger generation, and that show this past Saturdays, there's some great young bands there. And like I said, we don't mention the age. We don't even really need to know the age, but the generation, and they're coming back to instruments, music, stuff that's real. And I read an article. Somebody sent me an article about the modern movement, and the modern movement's going back to music instead of electronic this and dub that and all music.
It definitely had some of the greats and feels.
It certainly
like even their music videos definitely, you feel them channeling certain people, but giving it their own. It's awesome.
I was going to wait till they come on, and I guess when they come on, I'll say it again. But to me, it's got psychedelic meets rock, meets pop, meets groove. It's got a little bit of everything. We're going to play one of their songs in a few minutes.
Oh, it's a hybrid.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything, and it's great, and they're so cool about it. And they, like most bands, love to be approached. Like, they were digging us being there.
They were so nice.
Yeah, and like me, I'm a feel you out and approach you person. Allie's like, they're going to feel me out by me approaching you.
I ran right up.
And when you see the bands walk in, like there were some great names on the docket, and the Nail Bite, etc. When you see them walk in, you're drawn to certain bands. And no offense to anybody that was there. Like I said, there was great bands there. But they walked in kind of like rock stars in the house. And now he's
Yeah.
like checking these guys out. Poof. And then when, like I said, when Nailbite came in, I'm like, oh my God, like they bring the presence, you feel it. It's awesome. I got my St. Ricketts shirt on tonight, by the way. It needs a cleanup. Shirt's beat down. But yes, they'll be with us around 8:30 tonight. Again, it's Milio Sky. Say it right. Your music is all over the place, and I'm telling you, they're already all over all the great streaming. I actually asked a couple of former bands that were on our show in the past. I'm like, hey, come on tonight and check these guys out because when the
I did
coast,
too.
yeah, sure, like when the West Coast meets the East Coast, they usually look for openers and bands to collab with, etc. This is those kind of
No
guys.
joke. I ran home on Saturday night and called one of my friends who loves live music like I do, and I couldn't stop raving about them.
Yeah, I agreed, and my wife kind of stopped in there briefly to the show because she was in the middle of a bunch of things. Stopped in, and she stopped and looked and took in a few minutes, and then left. And the fellow that was in the area with us, Jay, he said he's like, dude, I got a text, and I went to go to the text. As soon as I heard the music, I just dropped everything. He's like, everything stopped, and it was focused dead center on music, and that's when you know you're
I
doing
did
something right.
realize that I only took lives of them. I didn't
Well,
take any actual videos. I was like, I was all into the lives that I guess that day, but
yeah, we like to try to share it directly, and sometimes shoot videos and they don't load. I didn't do much of
I
video
got some
shooting.
really good videos, so I wish I had like actually got them.
Yeah,
But
but we'll find a way.
everybody got to see them. If you're on my Facebook, you got to see them.
And they do play a lot of venues. They're from Reading, so if you're PA people, they will be around. They like to travel. They love to play. It seems like so. Keep your eye out. Check them out tonight. Tell your friends. Tell your friends to check them out tonight. Share their music. Download. I've done enough. You know what to do.
Yeah, just talk about them. They're
Right.
amazing and they deserve it.
This isn't your first day on technology, people. You know how to find a band and share their music. A massive thanks to our guest from last week. We were joined by the amazing Whitney Ullman. And man, she's so much fun and just such a great promoter and marketer. And then you add people like that to your Facebook and you see them a lot. And what that means is they're working. You know what I mean? She's at it.
Did you
She's,
see she's got her picture up? I think it's at the Palms.
yes.
There's the cartoon Whitney. Go to Whitney.
Go to Whitney, absolutely. And she was terrific last week. We had such a great time. And we just love people like that. It's right up our alley. We like people that are into their arts, and she is. These guys tonight are very much in their
She's
arts.
so fun.
Last night, we had the pleasure of speaking with Fallon Vendetta. Thank you again, Fallon, for coming on. Tuesday night, she's great. I just adore her, and I know, let me give her a little. No, she gets a big, I can't even make a heart
I know.
for my love of Fallon. And, she was great. Talked about her new movie coming out, Sucks to Suck. So.
She's so gorgeous.
She is beautiful, and the personality was there, the big smile, and all that. And, of course, the tats. I know you like the tats. She's got great tats. She's got a Pee Wee Herman tat that she couldn't show us.
Yeah, she was like, I was surprised because I didn't know some of those things about her. And I was like, she seems like so much fun.
She does. Like, that is definitely the kind of person that you wish you can get yourself a live studio and invite her into the live studio and sit with you. And we had that in the past. It's cool. I rewatched the St. Ricketts episode today, actually.
She would be fun to take out on like a girls' night with Jewel and I.
And I guess I can drive the bus that night because I will have to be.
Fun bus.
But yeah, I mean, like after, and Jewel and I talked about it last night, after watching you two getting down this past Saturday, like, and we're and I don't want to say we're back, because we've been back for a while, but people are starting to loosen up a little bit from the oh my and the mask and don't come near me and all that. It's like, gotta live, you gotta get out there.
We were all over the place on Saturday.
You were, and it was great to see.
We made rounds.
I don't blame you. I need to be reincarnated as a attractive female.
I was so hype from seeing the bands that, I mean, and the 90s party was so much fun. Those people really get into it.
They do. They know how to party there, and that's why we're bringing.
The Silent Bob was by far one of my faves.
That was one of my favorites too. And the funny thing is, like after the costume part, no offense, but the female kind of got out of her costume and just looked like a totally different person. But
and then there was Spice Girls. I saw Clueless.
Spice Girls were great. Clueless
A couple
was
of
great.
them were a little off on their decade.
A little bit, and
like I'm pretty sure Belle is from the 80s. I mean, I'm pretty sure The Little Mermaid is from the 80s.
Maybe. Not sure.
I'm pretty sure.
When they had the 80s party, a lot of people got confused there too.
That was one of my favorites, so I'm
I
pretty
went with
sure
like
it was.
a Miami Vice look for the 80s party, and it's you just look it up. There's ideas.
I pulled out my best Liv Tyler from Empire Records.
Great costume, great shoes, and a few people again like Empire Records. I'm like, come on, dude! It's like a legendary movie. Legendary movie.
I like to be different. I like to make people Google things.
Yeah, it's not bad. I like to be overly obvious because I feel like, but making them Google it is also pretty cool. A lot of news today. We're going to touch on the retirement.
Yeah, let's get into something.
Right, it was Retirement Day. No, you know what? Let's not get into something. Let's play music before we talk about anybody else. Because we're here tonight for music. What am I thinking about? This song is Whose Garden Is This by tonight's band Milio Sky. I'm going to load it up here. Technology is a little slow, so it takes a minute. But tune into this song. Their music is just awesome. And like I said earlier today on Facebook, by the time you're done tonight, this is going to be one of your new favorite bands.
Yeah, when they're live also, they just vibe off of each other. It's awesome.
They do. It's very cool. Like, they're terrific instruments, kind of like the Greta Van Fleet wave, if you will. Like, younger guys playing instruments, meshing together. This is the video. It's going to be a still, but still it's awesome. It's Whose Garden Is This? The band is Milio Sky. They'll be with us around 8:30, and we'll be back in a few minutes here on You Show Wednesday.
You're much too pretty, yeah, to be answering calls at the car wash station, baby. You forget who you are, so sing me something since a color, sing it just for me. Tell me a secret, then another that I swear I'll keep. Another story from the summer that I won't believe. While you're wrapped around my collar, rolling down my sleeve, and make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby. Gonna do this again. And make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain. Why you got me questioning? Whose garden is this? I need to know. Whose garden is this? Like I ain't seen before. Whose garden is this? I need to know. Garden is this? Much too happy, just sitting under the stars, singing something about the desert, baby. But you never had a love like ours. So paint me all these pretty patterns that I've seen before. Tell me nothing really matters, cause you're so damn cold. Then go ahead and light a fire right before the doors. Since you had all of my feelings, let me heal all yours. And make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby. Gonna do this again. Yeah, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain. Why you got me questioning? Whose garden is this? I need to know. Whose garden is this? Like I ain't seen before. Whose garden is this? I need to know. Whose garden is this? Singing songs about the summer till they all turn gray. And I don't know about the winter, but your fall seems great. But instead of making memories, I soon replace. I remember them more pleasantly when I see that angel's face. You'll hear me say, you'll hear me say, you're much too pretty to be answering calls at the car wash station, baby. You forget who you are, so sing me something since a color, sing it just for me. Tell me a secret, then another that I swear I'll keep. Another story from the summer that I won't believe. While you're wrapped around my collar, rolling down my sleeve. Then make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby. Gonna do this again. again. And make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain, baby, make my lips stain. Why you got me questioning? Whose garden is this? I need to know. Whose garden is this? Like I can see whose garden is this? I need to know. Garden is all about the summer till they all turn gray. And I don't know about the winter, but your fall seems great. But instead of making memories of serene place, I'll remember them more pleasantly when I see that angel's face. Singing songs about the summer till they all turn gray. And I don't know about the winter, but your fall seems great. But instead of making memories of serene place, I'll remember them more pleasantly when I see that angel's face. Singing songs about the summer till they all turn gray. And I don't know about the winter, but your fall seems great. But instead of making memories of serene place, I'll remember them more pleasantly when I see that angel's face.
Whoop, almost got the other one going right back after it. And Dynamite exit, too. A nice little fade out. Whose garden is this? Milio Sky, tonight's guest. They'll be here in a few minutes. I seen him backstage testing. So, should be loaded up and ready to go. Allie, I tell you, we each picked our favorite song. I like them all, but I know we all have that special favorite. Whose Garden Is This is one of my very favorites. Like I said, for me, I got a little tiny hint of psychedelic, a little tiny hint of groove, rock, everything.
They have a little bit of everything. They have a little bit of, I hear Sid Vicious, I hear Kurt Cobain, I hear, I mean, the Beatles. I hear so many people when I hear them.
And the thing that was really cool when they did the show this past Saturday, they played originals and they played some covers. And even the way that they covered classic rock music, like You Stopped. Like, you know, you're there, you're at a venue, you get a beer in your hand, you take a sip, and you're almost like, when you hear them playing like Black Sabbath, because the way that they play classic stuff too is incredible.
And they have like the moves going. I mean, the way Ryan was all over the stage when he sang.
Absolutely. It's so great, and we love it that much. And we set out to meet new bands, and no disrespect. Again, anybody there, these guys really just like grabbed us right by the shirt with their stuff, the entire thing, delivery and all.
I didn't even really let them in the door.
No, you're right. As soon as they got in the door, I looked over like to say something to Allie, and she's gone. And yeah, that's the way to do it. Like you want to get, and the funny thing is like you got the feel from them right away. It's like we didn't even hear them play yet, but just the way they walked in and held themselves, and now he's like, yeah, I'm going to get
I just beeline right for them.
And it's, you know, that's the kind of stuff we love.
Well, they
show.
I mean, they just walked in and they were so cool. I mean, Liam in his jacket and Ryan in his hoodie with his hair. I'm like, oh, yes.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. I'm not walking away without getting a date that they're coming on.
Yeah, absolutely. We appreciate them coming on so soon. They're back there. We'll have them out with us in a moment.
They felt my excitement.
Yeah, they did. I felt your excitement, and I felt your excitement for them, and I was so psyched to get them on. JD Wolf in the house, good evening. Thanks for tuning in, dude. Got another band for you, dude. That's what I do for you, dude. I bring you bands, whether it's metal, whether it's rock, whether it's pop rock, whether it's the cornucopia of sounds you get from a band tonight. You find it here on the Yo Show. That's one of the many things we love to do.
And when they're live, they like build it up. Like they come on and they're good, and then they're great, and then they just build it up by the end. Like, I mean, you had to pee so bad, and he's like, I just can't get up. I'm like,
this is a no pee band. No, this is a no pee band. This is not a bathroom break band. This is a stick it out, pee your pants if you have to band. They're that good. And
New Year's Eve in Times Square, kind of.
Love music except for dubstep. I even like some dubstep. I like everything. I can go to Beethoven if I have to. Like, nothing bothers me in the music world. But again, like, that's one of the many reasons
dubstep if I'm at a rave or like at a party.
That's one of the reasons we love doing this, is to meet these new bands and then bring them on here and talk about them, the talent, what got them started, all that. I don't really care who you voted for. I don't care who you prayed to, begged for, what you eat. I want to know about the music, man, and what gets you motivated. And we have, musicians, actors, actresses,
Yeah, I was about to
authors.
say, we're not just for musicians, we're
Sure.
everything.
But let's get down to it. I'm very excited. That's what I love. Thank you. That's what you love about us. Thank you. We appreciate it. Let's
We
get the
love you
band
too,
out here
JD.
now. Reading, PA, another great PA band, Allie. PA's becoming a hotbed for great musicians, and these guys absolutely are it. We got to check them out this past Saturday at the Future Stars show. They were kind enough to come on with us tonight. Let's welcome the guys from Milio Sky. All right.
How's it going?
How you guys doing?
Oh,
Thank
we,
you.
we appreciate all the kind words. We heard you guys talking before we.
Oh, we love you.
It's you totally earn it and you deserve it because you guys really are terrific and down to earth guys, really into your craft of music. We were so impressed. Like I said, our one friend, he's like, I got a text, and he stopped, and he's like, I gotta put the text away. This is just that good. Like you stop everything. You don't go to the bathroom. You don't eat. You don't order food. You don't drink. You do nothing. You listen. So great job.
I felt your vibe. I had just seen Ryan and Liam walk in, and I was already out of my seat over to you guys. I was like, no way.
Thank you so.
Means a
Thank
lot.
you
Thank
so
you.
much. Yeah.
Absolutely. So let's get into the nitty gritty. What got you guys first into music, and how did you find each other and get together to start this awesome project?
Well, actually, he had a good friend. Me and Zach are stepbrothers, and so
Oh, all right.
when we were like 9
Second
and
grade,
8, somewhere around there,
Yeah.
and he had a good friend who listened to, like, he was like an old soul. He listened to like the Beatles, Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin, like all the great classic rock band stuff, and they hung out a lot, and he got into it from his friend, and then they hung out with like me then, and then I got into that kind of music, and then we were just like
We were
Yeah,
we were in
we
a
were-
band before we could even play instruments.
yeah, we
really.
just saw these other, we saw the Beatles, and we were like, that's what we want to do. And before we could play instruments, we were like, we're in a
We're a band, yeah.
You
We're
know.
close enough. We listened to it.
Yeah. So after like years of not too much years, but like
No.
maybe like
I
maybe
started playing
one or
drums in fifth
two
grade,
or something
yeah.
like that years, and like we were like, all right, let's learn the instruments now and like really do this. So we were just like a garage band for like the longest time. Still kind of, I guess, a garage band, but like we were like a garage band, and we were like, all right, we need someone else, and I had my good friend Liam from we were like,
Went
this
to
is
school.
elementary school,
Yeah.
Wow.
I knew that he liked Led Zeppelin and the Stones and all that too. You know what I mean? So it was just like immediately like we were friends because of that, and like
We all clicked right away. So
yeah,
we kind of learned how to play music together in the beginning.
yeah, we were like all beginners when we were
Yeah.
just like. So he hit me up one time, was just like, yeah, like on Christmas, he was like, "Yo, I got a guitar for Christmas," like
That's
So
I got to tell you, we've had a lot of bands and solo artists come on this show. This is the first time anybody's ever said we got together, then decided to learn instruments and become a band. So congratulations on that.
So I heard that Ryan and Zach, I heard that you guys weren't that fond of each other before you decided to
that's
well.
right.
Let me tell you,
make the band.
this guy. No.
Still got to knock him in the head every now and then, but.
How did you guys get past that? You just love the music that much that you're just like, I want to start a band?
Well, like what happened with, I mean, like at that age, we're stepbrothers, so it's like we're young, and it's just kind of like we were in the same spot, like like our parents got divorced and stuff like that. So like you got all of a sudden like it's like a new brother.
Yeah.
I'm like
I was an only child.
who the F are you? You know what I mean? So but then like we had like some of the same interest, like we both loved James Bond. And like the movies James Bond and shit like that, and we loved WWE. And so like we were like, all right, so we're
not that
we're not that different. We like the same shit. You know what I mean? Excuse my language.
Nah, it's all right. You can let it
No,
rip.
you're good.
Okay. So we were like kind of cool after that, but then like like it was like the music that was just like
It just grew from there, really.
yeah,
And then
it was like that's what we both want to do. We could just put away the hatred for like at least when we're jamming. No.
And it's, now you're at the point where we're finishing each other's sentences. You both said WWE at the same exact time. So that bond is there. Thank God, the music. The name, I love the name, and I know you're very particular about making sure you pronounce it right because I butchered it before we met you guys when I talked about the show 2 weeks ago. It's Milio Sky. How'd you come up with the name? Where'd it come from? Because a lot of people ask me, like, where's the name from? I said, well, you got to watch the show and find out.
Right. Yeah. We were the reasons for like the longest time, just the reasons because it was like something close to like the Beatles, like you know what I mean, like an old band. And after a while, it was like, all right, this is basic. There's a bunch of when you type in the reasons, a million different things come up. So we wanted something more specific, and we were like actually gonna make like a short film with some friends, like just like some like stupid little film like in a diner, just like a friends like hanging out, just like, trying to be and whatever. But and I wanted like a name similar to Leonardo DiCaprio, who's my favorite actor. So I was like Leo Milo, you know, and I thought that was kind of cool. And then I was talking to my Aunt Jamie on the phone, and like when she's in San Francisco, so when she wants to talk, we talk for a while, and I'm like, all right, I gotta get some shit to say. So I was like, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, we're gonna do a little film with our friends, and I want to be Milo. And she goes, I won't do an impression of her, even though I can do it spot on. You know, she was like, Milo, that's your grandma's maiden name. And I thought like, oh shit, that's a funny coincidence.
That's a sign.
Funny. So like it was like, why don't we try doing something with Milo for our band name? It's like unique, you know what I mean? Like a play on words. And so it was like,
We took that spell.
we were like Milio Sky, and we did the same spell. You know what I mean? Because it's like, I don't know, it's like a little play on words. Like, you know, it's like sky looks real low, and it's just kind of like in that weird spot of the day.
My friends and I were trying to come up with theories of how you came up with your name.
Yeah.
One of the best ones was from Power Rangers because supposedly one of the characters is named Milo. One of them is named Sky.
Oh, really?
That's funny.
See that?
Wait, it's Power Rangers Space Patrol Delta.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's even cooler.
I know, right now, there you have a new origin. And it's funny because, like I said, to listen to your music, how creative you are with music, you seem to be creative in everything, even the way you come up with a name, the way you came up with the concept of, we're going to be a band. We don't know what to play, but we're going to be a band. It's absolutely amazing. So we played one of your songs just a moment ago here. Whose Garden Is This? And I hear so much. To me, I was telling Allie, I hear like a little bit of like the psychedelic stuff, a little bit of the groove, pop, rock, a little bit of everything. Tell us about the creation of that song and what it's all about and just your writing process of music.
Right, yeah. Well, I mean, we just listen to a lot of different shit, you know what I mean? We listen to all that classic rock, psychedelic type stuff. We listen to, you know, modern pop music and like how it's made and like with like the instruments and like using like, you know, like synth drums and stuff like that. So we wanted to just, you know, we don't want to just make like pop music or like a rock song or like an indie song or something. So we try to, I don't even think we like.
You definitely can't put a label on you.
Yeah.
Yes. And I
Like
like
I felt so many feels coming from so many different directions.
Yeah, we want you to hear it and go, all right, that's Milio Sky. That's who it is.
Yeah.
We know it. We have our own distinct thing. But like we don't even really try to do that. We just kind of, I feel like because we listen to so much different music, we just kind of naturally combine like different interests together. Right. So then it kind of just creates that sound.
Yeah, you definitely have your signature sound.
Right. We really appreciate that. Yeah. And, you know, with the song, it's actually funny because I just was thinking about this the other day. It's like that idea like came from the one like early 60s song. What is it, like Love Is Strange or something like that? That sounds like love, ooh, love is strange. You know that.
That's good, yeah.
But we want like, I remember like one time we were walking to go get ice cream. Like it was like a summer day, and we would just walk to the cone and we listened to that song. Yeah. I don't know if you remember. We listened to a lot of music, just like walk around and stuff like that. But it's like I wanted a song that was like the equivalent to like walking to go get some ice cream on a summer. You know, I don't know if that
definitely makes you happy.
Yeah, it's like, you know, it just I don't know. I don't know how to explain. You know what I mean? But it just it came from that, and then it was just like it went here and then it went there. And there's like, you know, there's 4 of us. There's only 3 of us today. One is at work right now, actually, our bass player. But you know, we all got a lot of opinions, and we all listen to different stuff, and we all listen to very similar stuff, but also very different stuff. And it's just, you know, when we're just working on songs, like we don't have to, at least at this point, we don't need to think about trying to be like this or like that, or making like a album set of songs, you know what I mean, that like, oh, this like, or this vibe. We can just do whatever we want, and it's just
and have fun with it.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like kind of like that. Yeah,
It's I almost feel like in trying to hear what you're describing, kind of like summertime rock. Like there's definitely a summer rock. Certain songs you want to just
They
it's
all have a
convertible, drive
different
to the
feel.
beach,
Like
you know what I mean?
I was getting Nirvana Unplugged vibes from Memory in Space. I'm sitting there and I'm like, oh wow, like I definitely feel this. And we just came from a 90s party. So I'm sitting there listening like, oh wow, like this is definitely taking me back to the 90s, watching Nirvana Unplugged on MTV, just when it was all about the music.
yeah. No, we appreciate that. Yeah, like I think for the video, for the you were talking about the acoustic version of Memories in Space. Is that like
Yes.
Yeah, that one and the first one I saw, not to cut you off, when I first saw it, I'm like, it was Cobain-esque right off the get-go. I'm like, wow, that's cool. So I had to watch both versions.
And the same with Consequences. I get total Beatle vibes. Like that's like your area, but the equivalent of Abbey Road. Like I loved it.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Yeah, I think the type of video that it is helps too. It's kind of like a 90s filter like thingy, like effect on,
We were
like,
shooting for a little bit of that direction because we like had an image in mind for it.
Yeah, something that's grainy.
Is that what you were going for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think 90s at least was like for the way it looked, at least. You know, the song is a combination of like different stuff, but the video we were like,
even like the little effect things that go in there that change colors and all that.
Yeah.
Like it's not like static off the TV, but like that was kind of like the image in mind, like just some crazy kind of weird looking things like that play off of that.
Oh, a few of the songs that you a few of the songs that you guys sang, I was hearing Sid Vicious coming out. I'm like, yes. With the punk rock, like the old punk, it was great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So we noticed you guys like to play a lot of shows, and you know, going through your social media, there's always tons of gigs. But superstar moment here, you guys went out to the coast, LA, and played Whiskey a Go Go.
Yeah.
That's a mecca, man. That's massive. What was that experience like, and how did you land that gig? Because I'm looking through your stuff, I see a lot of local. I'm like, my PA guys. Also, I'm like, holy hell, gotta talk about this. Explain that to us a little bit.
How were you feeling when you got that?
Let's start with the drive because we drove across.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we didn't have money for plane tickets, so we just
like
screw it.
Like 2 days straight through. It was cool because you got to see the whole country, which
it
was
was
awesome.
brutal though. I mean, it was like it was a 38-hour ride there.
And there was a point where we were like in was like New Mexico or something, and we got stuck in this traffic, right? And it's not moving at all. And you see the GPS go from like you have 20 hours to like you have 30.
Yeah.
I mean, it went back down, thank God. But
Yeah, no, it was wild. It was wild. There was a point on that road trip where we were just kind of like we were all pissed at each other. Like
Who drove the most? Who drove the most of the trip?
Zach was like
he was an animal.
He was drinking coffee and he was just like, you know,
I think like 15 or like 13 hours was the longest stretch I did.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
But
it's probably a little dangerous, but like, you know, we're here.
We
so.
didn't stop. We didn't stop.
Yeah, we're here.
But,
so.
Wow.
but Go-Go was insane.
No random stops?
No,
No.
we stopped to go to the bathroom and get like
Gas,
food and food sometimes. You know what I mean? So
I would have been stopping off. I would have been trying to stay on the route, but I would have been stopping off at like weird things.
Yeah,
So
right.
power to
So
you.
tell us about the venue, because I'm sure like if the walls could talk in that place, how was playing there?
It was it was really, just put it simply, it was really cool. Like, you know what I mean? You're just standing on a stage that Jim Morrison was on, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know,
It was wild.
we felt like shit, here we are.
That was the highest platform I've ever been on behind a drum set.
Yeah.
It was like so high. Yeah.
But is that the feeling, like the whole drive back? I mean, obviously your adrenaline's got to carry you there on the ride up. And on the ride back, you're just like, wow, like we're making it. Like this is getting real.
Yeah, no, I mean, the ride there was definitely easier. The ride back was like, we're going back to Berks County, which is like, I still love it here. But you know what I mean? Like, like you said, the adrenaline driving up was like a lot more exciting and shit like that. But it was just a wild experience. It was, and we met some people. We stopped in Vegas to go record some music. So there should be music coming out soon. But anyways, so that was fun, and we met some other like producers and shit like that. Just made connections. So it was a great experience.
We were like a week. Right?
Yeah, we were. Yeah.
Oh,
Now,
that's
like,
fun.
Being stepbrothers, and all, are your parents like, guys, please be careful. Don't kill each other on the ride. I know my parents were my brothers. Like, don't fight. Try to get along.
No, that's
We had to hold each other back from each other every once in a while. So
You know, that's, hey, some of the best. The Kinks, Oasis, you know, some of the best brother bands.
I just imagine them having like the Step Brothers, the movie. I just imagine you guys having like a moment like that. Did you just
my
drum set?
We're fighting with a golf club.
Yeah. And what else does he have? It's
A
like
bicycle.
hockey stick, loving each other in the head. You know, and our parents come back and they're just like, "What the fucking fuck?"
Crazy look in his eyes.
I saw my son use a bicycle as a weapon.
He said, at one point he said, "Let's get it on."
I was talking about the fight.
Anybody else, I cannot go past that movie and not watch it. Like I have to at least watch it for a minute.
yeah.
Oh my god,
yeah, for
it's
sure.
it's a class. That's a comedy classic.
I do smell a future album cover coming up, though. I certainly do.
Boats and O's.
Yeah, right.
So, like I said, you guys seem to be working. Oh, sorry.
These guys, like, you know, I did Christmas shopping with him when he was looking for him, and I did Christmas shopping with him when he was looking for him. And there was, or no, wait, I wasn't there when you got the stepbrother shirt for him. But they both got each other stepbrother shirts for
That's
Christmas.
awesome.
I thought it was funny. It was like they all have the same exact shirt, but they didn't. It was one was boats and hoes, the other was like, we're here to fuck shit up.
That's great stuff. I love shit like that, and you know, it just goes to show the kind of camaraderie you guys are building. I noticed, like you said, you work a lot, and you had a little quip on social media, like, "Hey, we're allowed to have a break." How much time is spent writing, and how much time is downtime, or is there downtime?
I wouldn't call it like. So we're practicing like all the time. So whenever we're practicing, it doesn't matter if we're getting ready for a gig or if we're just hanging out and we just kind of feel like playing some music. Like we're usually, there's some idea that's thrown out, or one of us will start playing something and then it'll just kind of be piggybacked off of that. Yeah. And then from there can just come a song, even if it's just a little piece. And, you know, we'll usually play around with it for, it can be a few days, it could be a couple weeks, you know, it could be a week, you know, it just depends on how long it is. We don't timeline it really.
Right.
To that point, like with how we were saying earlier, we like said we were in a band before we could even play. Like we learned how to play instruments together.
Sure.
The chemistry from that, like these guys are the only guys that I've really played with ever. So it's just like you build up on top of like actually getting good at the instruments you play. You build up the chemistry between each other while playing.
That's so important. Like the chemistry is everything, because you can get a bunch of great musicians in like a room and I wouldn't say they would like write something shit or something like that, but like it might not click. But like, you know, that's the thing that I like about it. Like, you know what I mean? I just feel like it just clicks. I feel like there's good energy with us, and it's just we all know what we want to do. We all understand each other on like some sort of like weird mental like.
We know all our visual cues and stuff like that. Like we just kind of got to look at each other. We'll know like.
I was just about to say that. I love that about you. I watched all of you kind of give each other a look, like you kind of went around right before you guys were doing a cover, and it was just before like you guys were about to kill it. You guys kind of all gave each other the look, like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, we know each other like the back of our hands, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, so no, there's not really downtime, and I think that that goes a long way, because it's like, even when we're not trying to do anything, we're still chilling with instruments in our hands. You know what I mean? So it's like, you know, it doesn't feel like there's pressure, and it just like comes out more naturally, and it just feels good.
That's yeah.
That's important.
It's clutch though. Yeah, it's definitely clutch to have it. It's timing as much as anything. You bring, like I said, you learn together, brings the timing together. Oh, that's amazing. So you've been to LA. I saw you guys do some recording out in New York. Been to the Philly area.
Yeah.
Which one of the three do you love the most, and how different is it traveling coast to coast for music?
I think the biggest difference between when we recorded in Philly and New York and Vegas is just who we've recorded with. You know what I mean? Because the way that we do things like doesn't really change. It's just like about who we're working with. Yeah. So far everybody that we recorded with, we love recording with, but it's all been very different. You know what I mean? Whether like maybe recording in Philly is a lot more like, okay, we know exactly what we want to do. This is what we're gonna do, and there's still like some guy there that's like helping us
engineering it.
Engineer it, you know what I mean? And in New York, we're recording with somebody who we met when we were real young, so he kind of almost is like a producer dad to us, kind of. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's stupid to say. It doesn't make any sense.
He kind of
it makes sense.
Yeah, he understands like what we're gonna do with our music. He's picked up already like in the direction we go with all our music, and he can just click with it.
Right.
Add something and be like, oh, how about this? And we'll usually go, yeah, that's perfect. That's exactly what we heard.
Yeah. And when we record in Vegas, it's a lot more, we record with our manager, Steven Reza, who is a really cool guy. He's also, he's got like more of an idea for what he wants to do with us rather than like just kind of like what we've been doing and stuff like that. And it's just different. It's not, I don't feel like it's any better. I don't feel like it's any worse. It's just, you know what I mean? It's more like, all right, this is what I want from you guys. You know what I mean? More and shit like that. So it's like everywhere that you look at it, it's fun, and it's just like a different direction. It's kind of like, just being on a different team or something like that. Or, you learn the system of it and shit like that.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense, but
makes great sense.
I understand you guys like to use social media. How have you used that to build your fan base?
Well, each out, I mean, and then feel free to say whatever you were going to say, Ryan.
Especially during COVID. I mean, you guys.
Yeah.
That's when we would just you got to just make sure you have content to post. On top of that, you want to reach out to as many people as you can. So it doesn't matter if you're direct messaging people or you're including ads on your Instagram or Facebook or whatever to target certain cities and neighborhoods or whatever. Or if you're DMing people and you're asking, hey, can you help us do this? Hey, can you promote us here? Hey, we'll give you a shout out if you give us a shout out. It's just you need to be able to connect with.
It's helped us reach just to a bunch of different places, like Europe. You know what I mean? Like
when you're on social media, like especially like when you said like when COVID happened, that's when it like, I mean, it was already big before, but that's when like as like an artist or whatever you're doing, you really gotta like grow on that and understand how it works, because obviously you couldn't do anything out in public and
I love that you guys really push to support your fellow bandmates and like all the different bands. Like you were very supportive with local bands, with bands online. Like that's pretty cool. Is there anyone that you would like to give a shout out to that you've performed with or like to perform with or like to see?
Right. We performed with a bunch of artists at the high school. It wasn't for the high school. Well, it was, but it was like a high school reunion thing. We did like that with a bunch of local artists, and there was, rappers and other rock bands and stuff like that. You know what I mean? And it was just cool meeting that, like, because they were all like older than us and stuff. So they were like, they had already kind of done the stuff up here in, you know, Berks County.
They
And
were established.
so, you know, it was cool. Like all those artists were like really cool, down to earth guys. You know, sometimes you run in the rock band like in this area that are like maybe, I don't know, maybe they're like more like a rock band. So they're kind of more just like, it's like, yo man, just keep rocking, you know. But that, like, you know, there was some people there particularly that like were like giving us advice on like moving out to LA and stuff. You know what I mean? It was just cool. I'd list some people, but I feel like if I did that, then I'd leave someone out or something.
Yeah.
Like, oh no, like, you know what I mean? I didn't want to do that, you know?
So to me, not so much the look or anything, but I get like a Greta Von Fleet thing. And the reason why I love them is a bunch of young guys who are getting back to the instruments and real classic rock. And everyone's go, they sound like them, they sound like them. No, they don't. They sound like rock music. Like the generation kind of lost it. And now guys like you, guys like Greta Von Fleet and some of the bands we saw are bringing back the rock sound. Do you prefer that? There's a lot of electronic in it. Do you think that you're going back to the roots really of music?
Well, so to that point, we kind of coming back to where it's like a melting pot of a lot of different stuff, right? Obviously, we have those older influences that really kind of kicked it off for us, but we have a lot of new influences that we've grown to like Post Malone, Mac Miller, you know,
even Justin Bieber is cool.
Yes.
Now, you know what I mean? So
like in the song you mentioned.
Speaking of Justin Bieber, Ryan, Jeff was so impressed with your hair. I could not get him to shut up.
The hair and the hoodie thing was perfect. You had it lined up. I'm like, that guy's got it going on here.
He's like the way he just keeps it right underneath his hoodie. It's just perfect.
Yeah, you know, so like Greta Van Fleet, like they're cool, like, you know what I mean? They're like they're very Zeppelin, you know, we have an opinion on Greta Van Fleet. They're cool. That, you know what I mean? They're cool. You know, I think maybe they're pinched too much like Zeppelin or something, and they don't always exactly mention Zeppelin as like influences, and I think that's kind of like, it's like, oh come on, that's your biggest influence. We know, you know what I mean?
know, right? Yeah, like, well, we barely even know them. Like,
I definitely, you know, rock music and like real instruments are coming back, and I think it's pretty obvious. Like when you look at like someone like Harry Styles or something like that, who's doing a lot of stuff with just like a straight up band, you know what I mean? And a lot of like other like indie rock stuff is blowing up on like TikTok or something. And I think that's really, it's really cool, because for like a little bit, music was just like so electronic, you know, overproduced. And now it's like, now there's a lot of guitar and, you know, even real drums and, you know, stuff like that. And
we also like to kind of separate to an extent like our studio music and how we perform live. Like when we perform live, like we want to impress, we want to put on a show. So we don't want to just follow exactly what we're doing in the studio, whether it's slowing it down a little bit, or maybe we add a guitar solo, or maybe it's just, you know, a little bit heavier on the sound of it in general. We want to make it like unique to whatever we're doing or wherever we're playing.
yeah, because like a concert is like a gig is it's
supposed to be
just a different experience.
Yeah, it's supposed to be
in the, you know, that's why like
You guys are definitely entertainers. Like
Yeah,
you guys
definitely.
were using the whole stage. You were really engaging with everyone. Place filled up very quickly.
Yeah. We just try to put on a show. We just want people to have a good time, have a beer or something like that, you know. Sing
a
the
few. So I'm gonna get each one of you guys to answer this. It'll be a quick question, a couple words. Alive or dead? Any band that you could, let's say, tour with? You got to open or tour with one band. I'll let each of you answer it and kind of see where we go with it.
I think playing with the Strokes would be really cool.
Nice. That is a great call too.
I love the Strokes.
that funny.
You go first.
I went first.
Yeah, before me.
Alive or dead to tour with? It'd be, I mean, I don't know, to me it'd be pretty cool to tour with like U2 or something like that in a giant ass stadium, you know.
Yeah, right. Wow. I know the pressure's on. Last but not least.
I mean, this might be kind of just straightforward as he's still touring, but I think it would be cool to tour with like Post Malone. You know, just that vibe, that party vibe. He's always just having a good time.
And he's very current too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's pretty. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, there you have it. You know.
I tell you what, and no offense to anybody's answer, I'm really impressed with the Strokes because you guys, again, have a little bit of them, but not like the songs like some of their faster stuff with the great beat and the great sound. And that to me is like an awesome call. I touched out to a couple of our artists that have been on the show before. And some will watch live, some watch recorded, and I got to say, you got to see these guys. Because if you get out to the East Coast, you got to get these guys like on stage with you or to perform. Because like I said, the magic is there, and a couple of these bands have already checked you out, and they say these guys are excellent. So something to be proud of, man. You guys are really killing it.
We
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you. Yeah,
it.
thank
You
you.
guys have said so much kind words. You know,
We haven't
really.
even got started. I mean, we do a half-hour segment. I could probably go on for 4 hours about the music, and you guys have nostalgia. Even that room you're in, that is like the perfect rockers room. What do you got going on there? You got some great posters. It's got like a great rock
yeah.
feel to it.
What
Yeah.
happens?
We can turn around the camera for you. We got a whole setup in here.
Oh my God, that is wow! That's where all the magic happens. See, look at that.
Yeah.
So
No.
we got a little bit of
It's
everything.
it's a beat laboratory.
Classic rockers. We got some like modern pop stars. We got some rappers.
It's a mess sometimes, but you know that's what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to look like a
You want to beer cans on the floor for like weeks.
yeah.
I tell my wife that because I basically do the show from my man caves. You see the Funko Pops. And
Yeah.
I've got stuff.
There's so many more.
I got
was
so many
just
more,
in
and there is
so many.
there's beer cans, there's
Yeah.
Matchbox cars, everything. And she's like,
Yeah.
"What is this mess?" I'm like, "This is not mess. This is magic. Big
Yeah.
difference."
You gotta be in the
feel
vibe.
Like what you
Yeah.
gotta feel like what you've been doing.
Right, I even got this little character that my nephew had that looks just like me. It's like a little me.
Oh, yeah.
So like every piece of me goes in there, and like I said, they say mess. Us five geniuses call it creative magic.
There we go.
Jeff, you have a problem with the pops.
Severely, yes, I really do.
He's even got like the big ones that like formed like almost like a wall
It is a
under
lot.
his stairs. I'm like, are you serious now? I thought that was a lot behind you, the 3 rows going back behind you on the shelves.
There's actually like 4 tiers. It's a mess. That'll be next. I'm gonna get I'm gonna go out to the factory and get a Milio Sky set made for me with you guys. That'd be awesome.
There we go.
We need to know when merch is restocked. How do we find out?
We'll be posting about it. So like we want to do something soon. We just got to figure out like who to go through and what the picture will be or whatever. But yeah, we'll be posting all about it. We'll put it on our stories, our individual pages, on our Facebook,
We'll
Instagram.
probably have like a link in our bio, like on Instagram. We don't really know how to use Facebook that much,
Yeah.
but like on Instagram, it's easy to use. And we'll put like a little link
Yeah.
in the bio
Well,
that'll take it to
Yeah.
my website.
So you hear that, everyone. If you want them to play at your event or at your venue, contact them on Instagram.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big Instagram guys. We're running all the sites and pages down the bottom on the scroll like we always do. Unfortunately, I think I feel quite old now that they said we don't know how to use Facebook. I guess that's for the old folks.
Yeah. Yeah.
You weren't feeling your age when you were fist pumping at Sweeney's.
No.
You should see his videos of you guys. He's he's out of control. I was like, you need to stop. We're in the head bump area. We're staying right here.
Yeah.
Every
Hey.
time I look away.
How expressive.
Yeah. However you want to do it. We want to be for everyone. So.
Go crazy.
There you go. Get the older
They're
fellas. the
giving you
younger fellas.
permission to
I know,
fist bump.
thanks, guys. Not only are they great musicians, very creative, they're also classy. So thank you for making an old man feel good.
Ah.
But again, that's what I appreciate. That's what I appreciate most. You do pay homage to the classic rock. You got your modern rock. Our good friend Stephanie, who's a band junkie. Yeah, you're young. You got to check these guys out, Stephanie. She's using the music, and You guys are just that good. What's coming up? More music? I know people say we're always writing got a ton of songs. How soon is new stuff coming? There's going to be more shows first. What's the very near future look like for you guys?
Definitely going to be some more shows coming up a little bit sooner than newer releases, but in the works.
We have some plans in the next couple months. We want to like get some stuff together, and
we got some songs coming soon.
Yeah.
We got some songs coming soon. We can't say a date yet, and we can't talk too much about it because, something's really brewing, I guess.
Oh, all right.
But, songs.
Well, on February 24th, you're playing at Gem in Spring City.
yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
exciting.
that's one of our favorite places to play. It used to be called Chaplin's, and we played there many times. It was a great first couple.
Wasn't it a speakeasy at one point?
Yeah.
It was what?
The speakeasy.
Speakeasy.
Yeah.
Now Allie's showing her age.
No, I think they still keep that vibe, don't they?
Yeah, I think so.
I think
Yeah.
they still have
They
the
also
speakeasy going.
just remodeled it. They added a bar.
They have a-
Ah,
which
there
was-
you go.
which is very important, by the way.
Much needed,
It's
especially
very important. That's absolutely. And it's better like the certain venues, like when you go to a giant stadium, you're waiting an hour to get a beer, you're paying $18. Like, come on, man. Like, some of us like to go enjoy, get like the other day at Sweeney's with like a $3 or $4 beer. That's what we're
Yeah.
after.
Yeah. No, yeah.
Yeah, and you guys will be at Dobbs on March 5th.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
Yep.
Fun. South Street.
Yeah.
Zach just asked. He said, "Where will we be?"
And then you guys are back at Sweeney's on April 16th.
Yeah.
Jeff, we'll have to
April
plan
6th,
that.
yeah, we'll get there. And I tell you what, if you're watching live or watching a recording and you're in our basic area, our Bucks County, Philadelphia area, get to it. Get on our websites and find them, because when they play Sweeney's, go check these guys out. I mean, I'm not just blowing smoke because you're on the show. We ask bands on the show, but we definitely search for a vibe. We search for people that look like they love it with a great delivery. And you guys are definitely that. You totally know it. You believe it. Like I said, you started from ground zero and are here today on our program, and that's great. So, yeah, get out, check these guys out. I got all the platform sites at the bottom. You can find Milio Sky on Instagram at Milio Sky Official. Facebook, at Milio Sky. Check out their videos and songs on YouTube. Just search Milio Sky. It's that easy. Download all their great music. It's already all over my music library. I got everyone here. Apple Music, Spotify, all major streaming platforms. Like I said, you take a ride with me in the car. Milio Sky is going to be coming on eventually because I'm loaded it all up. I think it's all great.
That's such a happy song.
They are. I mean, it's all so great. We're going to play one after you guys go. But before you leave, one piece of advice, and it can be from either any one of the three, is one piece of advice to an aspiring rock band right now. What would you tell somebody who came to you and said, hey, I need some advice?
There's a lot of. I listen to a lot of different music. Don't get caught up on like one of your favorite artists or just like one genre, because there's a lot of great stuff
Don't
out
rewrite the same song that's already on the radio.
there. Yeah, don't like.
Create something yourself that's personal to you,
Yeah,
because chances are if it's personal to you, it's gonna be
it's gonna
personal
be original
to
and
10 million other people.
Yeah,
and work together and play a lot.
Yeah. But in your
It's great. It's great stuff. And when I see you guys next at Sweeney's, maybe a couple autographs for your good friends here at the Yo Show, because I'm going to keep them. Because you guys, I swear to God, I mean, again, I'm not a record producer. But
I know. I went
just
to buy a
feel-
T-shirt. I'm like, no merch.
That's all right.
Oh, I know.
we're working on it.
We're working on
As
it.
soon as you get them, I want one.
And
Awesome.
I just want the autographs. And I definitely feel like you guys are going to get somewhere, because it's just,
Thank you so much.
like you said, the uniqueness. It's perfect. And I want to thank you guys for coming on. We'd love to have you back on. We'll invite you on again in a few months if you'd like, and we'll talk about
For sure.
these new secret projects. And like I said, plan on seeing us again, probably with more crowd too, because I think more of our friends.
And also, if you
did.
want us to play your song on here, or you have your music video, we can always do that also.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It would be
you guys
great.
are-
Yes,
yeah.
for sure.
All right. I want to thank you guys for taking the time. And again, when you look it up, make sure you spell it correctly. Milou, Milio Sky, the name of the awesome band. Thank you so much, not only for tonight, but getting to meet you this past weekend and see you in action. Keep up the great work and keep up those shows because I'm telling you, it's going to boom. You guys are outstanding.
You have forever fans.
Kind words. Thank you for having us on.
Absolutely. Thank you very much.
Bye.
Milio Sky, ladies and gentlemen, the awesome band. We're going to cut them from back here while they wait to move over to their...
God, I just love them so much.
I tell you what, again, like I say on Tuesday nights and I say here on Wednesday nights, you speak to these bands either through them or through PR people. You don't know exactly what you're going to get. And we've been fortunate enough to really have everybody that really knows how to do it. These guys, they're younger. Like I said, we don't discuss age. It don't really matter how old they are. They're just younger generation. But they're so great with the interview process and the chat. And that's what we do here. We make it like a chat. It's not really an interview. I don't like to call that because interview to me is like burp, burp, burp. It's a chat. It's like we're all sitting around talking about what we love. And they have perfect belief in themselves, confidence. They know they're doing it right. Come on, they started from nothing. Allie, they basically said, let's start a band. Okay, let's go get some instruments. And boom, here we are.
It was really over their love for music.
Exactly. And, that's, if we could give any advice, even though we're not musicians, follow that kind of love and desire to be there, and you'll get to be where these guys are.
Jeff and I are both just standing there like...
Right. No doubt about it. I'm doing old man fist pumps all 9 yards, but...
You were so into it.
I loved it. I thought it was great. Like I said, they did a perfect mix of throwback classic music and their own stuff, and it didn't miss. Like, even the classic stuff was a little harder, and their own stuff comes out like a little more pop.
I had just ordered a cheesesteak. I couldn't even eat my cheesesteak. It sat there the entire time they played. I was just like, oh my gosh.
I'm looking at them like, well, it looks good. And it's just sitting there, but you can't, like I said, you can't pull away.
I had moved some of the fries over on the other side just in case you wanted to grab them.
Appreciate it, but I gotta watch my fried foods and etc. But like I said, and I joke around every time I go to a concert with my friends and all, we say bathroom song or bathroom time. There was none with this band. JD Wolf's already listening. That's what I love about you, dude. You get in, you go right for it. These guys are terrific. They're definitely worth it. Like I said, you didn't want to leave to go to the bathroom, and even all that beer, I'm like, I'm holding it back. I got to listen to every little piece. And
even like the rock star leg when he played.
Yeah, like they had it all. Like if you could paint a picture or show a video to this is what a rock star should be like, definitely. And again, noted there was a great lineup of bands. We're going to have more of them on our show in the upcoming weeks. We'll talk about who's coming up on the show in a little bit. But it's a young stars show. They are young stars. Perfect.
Yeah, they were really entertaining.
Well, I actually seen you quiet for a change. I see. It was funny because you see it, and last night I ramble. Allie said today she rambles. Last night I was watching Jewel just because I just wouldn't stop. It's like low, medium, and high.
I just hop in.
I don't blame you. Let's do we're gonna do another song because this is Allie's jam. We each got a jam that we loved, and we do a little pre-show talk. They said we live normal lives outside here, although we hate them. Like we want this to be life, and to me this is life. And people say like, Tuesdays and Wednesdays, like I said, don't bother me. This is life for me. And right before we came on, Allie's backstage before I was. I come on, I said, we're going to play this song. She said, yeah, but I want to hear Memories in Space. And I'm like, no, we're playing Whose Garden Is This? And you're like, I want to hear Memories in Space. So why not do both? Memories in Space is the next song. And if you get a chance to go on our YouTube, check out the live video. I didn't take that live video, but they do one here that looks just like MTV Unplugged. Like it looks like Cobain kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's so cool. They even have the rug. They have the rug in there.
They got it all, and they said they use like kind of like a filter to give it kind of like a I forget the exact word to use, kind of like a grainy feel. And I felt that. This one is just more or less a picture of them instead of a video, but it's great anyway. I kind of loaded it up on the fly. Memories in Space. Make sure I got it loaded up here. No, I do not. I got it here. Oh, all right, we're loaded up. Let's go here. Blow it up so you hide my ugly face. While you listen, it is tonight's tonight's guest, Milio Sky, another one of their great, great hits, Memories in Space. Coming up right now on the Yo Show. We'll be back in a couple minutes. Enjoy.
Those memories in space, the kind you can't replace, unless we do them again, unless we do them again. Those memories in space, you know I don't even wanna wait, but if we loosen our grip, we're just tighten it. So baby, tiptoe, you know you don't even gotta tiptoe. When we move, it's like we're in slow-mo. I think I could see you with my eyes closed. Tongue-tied, every time I talk I get tongue-tied. Give me that look I can't deny. Hop in my machine, baby, all night. And once you know where we're gonna go, we won't sleep but like go to tonight. Those memories in space, the kind you can't replace, unless we do them again, unless we do them again. Those memories in space, you know I don't even wanna wait, but if we loosen our grip, we just tighten it. Riding on the stars in the evening, playing with the light in the morning. When we get where we're going, we'll be staring at the sun as it's dawning. And we'll stargaze every time we look in front of our face. Memories we'll never ever have to chase. Every single day we're just remake. In a rocket ship, flying far away inside my rocket ship. All the best times, you know we're saving it. All the best times, you know we're saving it. And once you know where we're gonna go, we won't sleep but like go to tonight. Those memories in space, the kind you can't replace, unless we do them again, unless we do them again. Those memories in space, you know I don't even wanna wait, but if we loosen our grip, we just tighten it. Those memories in space, the kind you can't replace, unless we do them again, unless we do them again. Those memories in space, you know I don't even wanna wait, but if we loosen our grip, we just tighten it.
You're welcome.
Right? They really know how to do an outro as well as an intro. Memories
For
in
putting that
Space.
into your head.
I know, right? That was terrific.
Milio Sky.
Milio Sky. Don't forget it, everybody.
Now that they said Post Malone, like now I totally hear that
yeah, I
Post
get-
Malone vibe.
I get so much from them, and that's cool. Like they said, don't just make a song like what's already out there. And they don't. They said they pick up little pieces of everybody, and that's really the intelligence of it all. Is just, you know. And as I always love to do, I usually run right to my social media and thank the guest. And I said, you know, tremendous guys, thank you. They said, of course, thank you so much for having us. That's just amazing. Like they appreciate being on here, and at the Young Star Show, it created a little bit of a vibe. Like, hey, you know, Yo Show, and come on, and people were digging it. And like I said, we're going to get more of these bands on, but these guys are top notch, absolutely amazing. Not the
I was expecting them to be heavy metal because it was kind of like made out to be a heavy metal
That's what I thought. And like,
showcase.
there was there was a wave of, there was like, almost like a mock 80s band. I don't want to call them a mock, but they had like the 80s band look. Yeah, these guys were kind of like a classic rock sound. You had Nailbite, who was doing metal. Yeah, the opener was doing, just Chris was doing some covers and just like solo acoustic stuff. And everybody had there was a little bit of everything. A lot of flavor, which made it great.
Sour Station was the other one.
Sour Station, they're terrific. We'll be speaking with them as well. And like I said, just a great showcase of stars. Definitely worth checking out. Our good friend Dennis informed me that my beard's looking moist. Allie didn't care to tell me that. No, I do love that. And why does the beard look moist? Well, it's none other than our great friends over at the Moist Collective. You find the banner here. The Moist Collective is just some of the absolute best beard products on the market. You can get beard butter, beard oil, beard wash. It's all available, made locally by my good friend Mr. Jim Hutton. And again, like we said, buy local. Valentine's Day is coming up, girls. Need a great gift for the guys. Guys, you got a great date with your Valentine love of your life. Order now. Use the code YOSHOW20 at www.rumoist.com. Type in the code YOSHOW20, get 20% off your order. They do ship all over the country. So when JD Wolf asks for you moist in Minnesota, you certainly can. I won't be the one making you moist, but your beard does need to get moist.
And they smell so amazing.
They're incredible.
All their scents are just...
It's manly smelling, and I tell you, I just love it. My wife loves it. From
You can have a moist beard like Jeff.
You can. You can have a super sexy beard like this that actually needs a little bit of a trimming, but that's okay. Again, YoShow20, www.rumoist.com.
Dennis was like waiting to say that before me.
And I love him for it. I really do. And I seen it. I got several out in the music.
Even Six put her head up. She's like, hey, isn't that your line?
Mommy! I do love it, though. And like I said, my wife loves it. And I get a lot of compliments on this thing. I grew this as a COVID accident. I'm like, well, I'm not going anywhere. Let's grow a beard. And here it is. So thank you, Dennis. Thank you to the good people at Moist. Like I said, Jim Hutton. Check him out. Him and his wife, they do a great job with Moist. They got great T-shirts that just say Moist. His slogan should be, for the first time in your life, you'll love the word moist. Yeah? I like it.
I don't have a problem with that word, but there are a lot of people that have, like, I know a lot of females that you say that, they're like, no.
Yeah, no. A few months ago on the program,
just makes me say it more.
We did like I gotta find the episode. We did like a cringe-worthy list of words. Like words that make people go like,
oh, what were some of the words?
I forget. I gotta go back and check the
come
episode.
on.
I know, because I usually keep a book and jot stuff down.
Was one of them moist?
Moist was definitely one of them. I don't really remember any of the other ones. I think one was like tit, because tit makes people weird. I forget. I gotta look them up and check them out. I forget. There was like a whole list of them.
Weirded out by the word tit.
Some people do. Like, there's certain words that you just say to people. I don't know. I got to look at that list. I got to find it because it was just that great. And we'll find it. But
I feel like I would have totally different words.
I probably would. Yeah, I know. Like, for me, words like laundry, folding,
dishes,
mopping, you know.
The Swiffers are pretty great. I don't mind Swiffering.
Now we got a Swiffer. We got Swiffer. I love the Swiffer. I use it in the bar a lot. And you've seen the little
I have them
fellas.
on like Amazon. They like the second I run out, they're already being ordered.
Yeah,
I can't go without my the wet jet Swiffers.
We made a line in between the show Saturday at Sweeney's and a 90s party to my house to stop by for a little bit. So Allie, Jewel got to meet the little ones. The little girl gets the nervous pee-pees. Like, she gets the excited tinkles. So you need your Swiffer to give her that excitement pee-pee.
Your dogs loved me.
They do.
The second I sat down, they were like right up on my lap.
They do.
It's okay, Six. You're my number one.
They sense the good people. They smell dogs on people. Jules a dog person. Allie's a dog person. I'm absolutely a dog person. They sense the good. And there's a story, Allie, that I'll say for off the air about the one person my dog didn't like. One person Henry didn't like, and when you see the irony at the end of the story, you really realize why. Incredible.
My dog, Six, has only gotten mad at one person, and it's one of my best friends, Shay. She came in and she's like, and she had a Chihuahua, and she's like, Chihuahuas aren't really dogs; they're just expensive rats. I've never seen
What?
Six. Six just she was livid. She was like, "Who you calling a rat?" But yeah,
Right.
other than Shay, and Shay was saying it, she was just kidding. But yeah, Six did
Yeah.
not like that.
I've got friends with Chihuahuas. I have no problem with any kind of dog. I wrote like even
I
like
saw
this.
I saw a different side of Six that day. She was like, "Insult me."
6 was so mad she turned to a 9. Just flipped it right around. Roar. Little Hannah does that growl stuff too at Henry. It's ridiculous. Like she's this big and she gets that growl on. Like stop it. Absolutely stop it. Yeah, thanks again to the guys from Milio Sky. Just shared a couple messages. Just and they say thanks for the kind words. And we do like to go on with adjectives, but it's all true. And like I said, we come on this program, we don't lie. If we don't like you, we're not going to invite you on. If we
No,
don't
I
believe
definitely
it,
ranted about them to like numerous people.
absolutely, I did too. Like I said, that dude Brian from Mojo Moji, and Mojo Moji is part of a Collective Soul. Some guys that played with Stone Temple Pilots and this great singer Brian have gotten together and formed this band. And I kind of call them a super group. And I'm like, you got to check these guys out. And he's like, I'm all about it. And here they gave me a thumbs up on social media, so I must have checked that out. Checked out the music. And if you're that great, we will share you. And we love it. We're all about, and like I said, social media. Hey, do me a favor. Share me, I'll share you. Comment, we comment. And everybody says, make sure you get the musicians because musicians get the biggest bunch of fans. Let musicians feel loved. And if I love you, you're coming on here, I'm going to kiss your butt. I got no problem because it's truth. I believe it. I believe in those kids. I call them kids. God, I feel so old. I believe in them and what they're doing, and I can't say enough words.
You got so excited. I mean, he was fist bumping. You should see the picture on social media if you haven't seen it yet. I mean, even with nail bite, your smile, you were just thrilled to be out.
And then just being out and meeting these artists, and like I have a wide range of friends and acquaintances and etc. And some people are like, oh, it's just a band. No. To me, it is never just a band. There is no such thing as just a band. And to have these guys and to meet Nailbite and to talk to some of these other bands and have them have a desire.
And
to be
Elena
on.
for inviting us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, Elena did a great job. Elena Brokus and her, or Borkus rather, I always say it wrong. And her, she does these Future Star shows. They're wonderful. There's a great lineup. There's
Yeah, she's got a few coming up.
Yeah, and we can again share the link, or I'll share her stuff on my page and on the Stupid Radio Network page just so you get to know her because it's effort. And as much fun as it looks like, it's effort to get all these bands together, get their timing down. And we had kicked around the idea of like having a yo-show concert with some of our bands. And everybody says the same thing. You got to watch who you put on first and second. People want certain time slots. Their friends can only make it certain times. Their friends
Oh, no, we're putting it in a hat. Nope, we're putting
I agree. I always say
names in a hat.
Yep.
Drawing a number. There are no time slots. We're not fighting over anything. Anybody that we're bringing on to our showcase, on the Yo Show showcase, we totally stand behind and love you. And yeah, there's no numbers.
Exactly. You're all number one to us. I mean, like I said, it's once you're here, it's Yo Show family. And, family is just everybody working together to do the right thing. And I asked Jewel, I haven't asked Allie yet, but I always ask her, like, who's your favorite guest? She's like, are you kidding me? I am never going to say that. Like, they're all great. I agree. We've never had a bad guest.
Yeah, we've had a good run with guests.
We certainly have. We've had a lot of luck, and we got so many great names coming up. Let's do it now. I'm going to make one of my favorite little pictures tomorrow of putting everybody together, but I just wanted to get all the names on. So coming up Wednesday nights, and get ready for it because the lineup is huge. We're packed for a while. We're going to start out next Wednesday night. It's Allie's birthday. I've got a terrific surprise lined up. You're going to love it. Everybody's going to love it. Allie's going to love
Guys,
it.
I don't know who it is.
She has no idea.
I don't do good with surprises. I have no idea who it is. I'm literally going to find out when you guys do.
Let's put it this way. This person was so into it, they kept saying, "Oh, I committed." I'm like, "Are we in?" They're like, "Yeah, we're in." Like, I committed. I'm in. Okay. So that's going to be on February the 8th. Little mystery.
I'm excited, but I'm so nervous. I'm so bad with surprises.
It's going to be so good. I swear, I really think you're going to love it. Just in knowing you, listen to you, see the things you say, do, etc. I'm pretty sure you're going to love it.
Everybody's going to see me be quiet for a minute because I'm going to be like stunned because I'm really bad with surprises.
And then Dennis, make a little short of that, of her quiet. And it's going to be awesome. February 15th, this one is awesome. If you're a local from Philly, Bucks County, Montgomery County, etc. February 15th, I talked about this with Allie. Allie's like, I know just the phone calls to make. Philly legendary musicians, Danny Beisel, Bobby Perillis, so I spelled his name wrong. The R is missing. Sorry, Bobby. I don't know what the heck happened there. And his wife, Carla Hellings, all great local musicians from the Philadelphia area, foster child, etc., will be on our program. We're going to talk about what's new, what's been going on, maybe talk to the guys about, hey, maybe take stage together somewhere again. And great Philly artists. I know a lot of Philly people know them, so you're from the Philly area. February 15th. Tell your friends. I'm going to be smearing this thing on Facebook. Very excited to have these guys.
Oh, I know. And I like casually threw in there to Carla that we're very pet friendly here. Yes, and that Tabitha and Groot, her dog and her cat, they need to make an appearance.
We are extremely dog friendly. In fact, one of the shows I've been trying to grunge up is somebody who is like dog person or somebody knows the ins and outs of dogs. A while back,
the dog whispers. What's his name? Caesar. That's in every like magazine.
We had Burt Ward. Now Burt Ward played Robin on the old TV Batman Robin in the 60s.
Is he a dog whisperer?
He's now a dog expert. Like, he makes his own line of dog food, gave us all these dog tips, lift the food so they eat, so they digest easier, they don't choke. The habits of when to feed them, small meals over one big meal, etc. It was great, and I just love stuff like that too. We are very animal friendly. We love our pets. You see our pets climbing all over us on different episodes. We love that. So yeah, absolutely, Carla.
Six is always on my lap. Always. The second I sit down in the chair, she's like, "I'm there, Mom. I'm there."
The great music continues, and we are thrilled that we finally got this announcement today. Official February 22nd. Another band that was at the that great show over the weekend. Nailbite will be here. A terrific metal band. Again, young guys and girl. Lana, we love you. Just cranking it out. Great music. They'll be on the program February 22nd. March 1st, a good friend of Allie's. You know the name. You, of course, know his daughter, Lindsay. And this guy made pretty cool of a name for himself. Michael Lohan is going to be on the program March 1st. And we're going to talk about what he's got going on now. And he's got some different, like, positive belief things he wants to share with us. And we're going to share some fun little stories, too. And we're going to get down and dirty with Michael Lohan March 1st.
He is definitely the motivational speaker right now. Like, man, every morning, and I thought I was up early. Every morning, he is wide awake with something that really just starts my day on a positive note.
We're psyched to have him. We're psyched to have a lot more guests. There's more. There's another screen, so I couldn't fit them all in. March 8th, a lovely young talent. You remember her, a great singer, Bree Teller, is going to come on the program. It was American Idol, correct?
American Idol. She was on the Real World.
Real World. She's awesome. I had tried her for a while with very little success. Apparently, Allie knows her very well, and she's agreed to come on March 8th. Can't wait for that one. March 15th. This is one that Allie's waiting for. I'm excited for this. A lot of people who know the entity of celebrity boxing, this is Mr. Celebrity Boxing. The creator, the inventor, the PR extraordinaire, Damon Feldman will come on our program March 15th. He's going to talk about his latest celebrity boxing projects and just how this all started, because it's a concept as you heard last week from Whitney, like everybody that knows celebrity boxing.
Well, it's exciting for me because I mean, Damon really took me under his wing years ago and really just introduced me to some really amazing people, and he's just always been great to me, and I'm just so excited that he agreed. I mean, he hates interviews, so I was
right,
like, "Oh, you don't have to worry about it. We're not doing an interview. We're just talking."
Yeah, we don't interview. We chat. We don't interview. And his videos, when you watch his shows, he's so into it, and it's just so great.
Oh, he is so fun.
He is. I'm really looking forward to it. I never, like, people in the past have said, hey, how about Damon Feldman? And I'm like, I don't know. Like, is this even his thing? Is he that kind of guy? And then the more you watch, the more you realize he's totally that kind of guy. He likes the sound of his own voice
and
more
he's
than I like
so
the sound
funny.
of my voice.
Like,
he is. He's great.
And away from cameras. Like, he is just a funny guy. Just the random things that he does, he's awesome.
That's what it takes, Roy, to make it in any kind of entertainment. You got to make people laugh at some way, shape, or form. His stuff is really good. March 22nd, I'm excited for this as well. We're going to get a panel of females. I got a few lined up already, and some are super cool, and some are just like, just girls that want to get on and tell their story. We're going to have a women's forum show, and we're going to talk about horrible dates, men's poor social media behavior, just kind of talk real, kind of like a real girl talk. I don't even know how I'm getting into this thing because I don't really know. Well, I've got my sense of the side. That's going to be a March 22nd.
Sit back and laugh.
I probably am.
Down the line.
We're going to call it the Do Better episode, men, because seriously, do better. And on March 22nd.
I've been online scouting. Anybody that writes like a really good post about like anything, I'm like, hey, we have a podcast. Please contact Jeff the Shark.
This guy said this, I can't stand it. Hey, by the way, March 22nd, if you're... but we're not going to use last names and all that. We don't want to lay these guys out.
I live for these comments. Like, these comments are great. Any of you ladies that are commenting want to come on, please hit me up.
Yeah, don't be afraid to come on. This show will hold up to 10 of these little boxes.
So, we can rotate them. We can have 20 on here.
We can rotate if you want to come on and mix up. We might
even if you just want to tell one story.
Yeah, because we're going to spend pretty much most of the night doing this. Like, it's going to go on all night long. And guys, make sure you watch too. So write down some notes. What not to do. Take him to dinner. Don't get him drunk. Take him for a cocktail. And come to my place is not a first date. Men.
I've heard some really good ones. I've heard some really good ones lately. Like, I've been asking around. I don't know if some people will come on, and some are like, I guess, too much for YouTube. But I've heard some really funny stories. My one girl was just telling me she physically kicked a guy out of a car one time.
No, I like stuff like that.
I wasn't sure if it was a little too much or not. I might be able to even get her on to tell it. I was hysterical. She's like, yes. And she's like, there was actually someone in the back seat that witnessed this. And they bring it up every, couple years. I was like, I would bring that up, too.
I'd love that. That's the kind of stuff we want to hear. So that's on the 22nd. We're going to have a lot of fun with that and some great women. Like I said, I'm not going to mention men by first and last name. We're going to have some fun with the stories, though. March 29th. We welcome Canadian model Donica Wilde to the program. Looking forward to having her on. On April 19th, we have the commitment again, actress Ivy Smith, who last time, we understand what happened there, got called to a project at the last moment. But she said, April 19th, she said, do me a favor, remind me once a week.
We don't hold it against her.
We don't. We love her. I love her.
She's going to make up for it in April. We're so excited to talk with her. She's so pretty.
She is. She's a cutie. I love her.
And I love sci-fi movies, so I'm excited for that.
And again, even somebody like her, you see some of her posts, she's like, look, just because I'm in movies doesn't mean I got my start in movies. It's like, people judge so fast. And that's what I said to you. I said, some people just social media-wise just really piss you off. and you asked me like who's being mean, who's saying what. And it's not about me. It wasn't even about the show or me or anything. It's just the way they talk to other people on any topic. Like, chill out, folks.
I feel like those people, I mean, trolls, they just sit
Yeah.
there and wait. I mean,
Right.
I always feel bad for poor Janelle Evans. Like, no matter what that girl does, whether she's doing something, and she's from Teen Mom, Jeff.
Okay.
Teen Mom,
Yeah,
too.
you had me. Thank you. I was just nodding.
I think Teen Mom, too, yeah. I feel so bad for her sometimes. Like, no matter what she does, there are just people under there just waiting.
There's certain names. And I don't want to call them out, but people like Shannon Mokler, beautiful former pageant model, and she was married to
Travis Barker.
Travis Barker, and she just goes on to talk about life, and people are like, "You're this, you're that," and that Travis left her. I'm like, dude, she's just being a person. Like, she's showing a picture. Like, I asked her to be on the show, did not get a response. I love her. I think she's great. And
Oh, come on, Shannon.
I know. Come on, Shannon. But like, don't sit around just waiting to blast people. Like, really, there's so much more to life. Like, I have fun. Like, I'm on a couple of these fantasy football pages, and I'm flaunting my Eagles, and out of cheaters, and Philly fans are scumbags, and Philly fans do this, and
It's just because we're really hype. We love our teams.
right, it's passion here. I mean, there's one
Yes.
thing to be obnoxious, but there's passion. And that was kind of like on the docket to talk about tonight. We'll get to that real quick. Of course, the Eagles are in the Super Bowl. We know that. I can't stand it. And they're playing the Kansas City Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So it's their former coach, Andy Reid, versus the new team. But to me, does it aggravate? Like, isn't it aggravating after a while? Like, Philly, scumbag, this. You can't, like, I'm enjoying it. I could care. Like, people are like, oh, you let them get in your head. No, Dallas fans will get in my
It's
head. I
okay.
laugh at
They
you.
can love to hate us.
That's right. They hate us because they ain't us, as they say. Too bad.
As we say in Philly, we got this, John.
We do got this, John. We won one a couple years ago. We're coming back for another. I really want to beat Andy Reid. That would give me great pleasure.
I'm feeling it. I'm putting it out in the universe. I have good vibes about this.
It's now in the universe. I will make my prediction. Speaking of the Super Bowl, the Saturday night before the Super Bowl, it's the moment you all waited for, ladies and gentlemen. You get the chance to see us out live in person. We're doing this at Murphy's Beef and Ale in Levittown. And as always, I'm slow because the banners. I got so many banners here that there it is. No, it's not it.
Yeah, that's a Murphy's banner. You got it.
There it is, right there.
Oh.
The Yo Show, live, February 11th. Murphy's Beef and Ale, 5725 Bristol Emily Road in Levittown, PA. It's going to be a wing bowl competition. So we're going to have a wing bowl, if you will. We have our own personal eater in this contest. The Yo Show will be represented. I will be there. Jewel will be there. Allie will be there. Dennis will be there helping us with some production. And we're going to have a blast, man. We're just going to rip it apart. But not only that, Allie, it's no longer a wing competition. It's not just a Tecmo Super Bowl competition. It's not just the Wing Bowl. It is a goddamn Eagles pep rally. Because it's the Saturday before the Super Bowl. So we're going to pep rally the Eagles a little bit. A lot of people are going to be there. Going to have a couple Yo Show t-shirts to try to give away. And we're just going to have a blast with it. The girls went this past weekend for the 90s
Not
party.
to mention, the Yo Show is hosting
Right, we are
the Wing Bowl.
We are hosting. So their great manager, Sean, will be the MC. We will be hosting, commentating, interviewing the eaters, and hyping this baby
Plus,
up.
my birthday's the day before.
Plus, Allie's birthday is today. So it's Allie's birthday. It's the Eagles pep rally. It's a wing eating competition.
It's all going down at Murphy's.
Tecmo Super Bowl, the Yo Show. It's all going down at Murphy's. And both the girls agree. It's a great vibe at Murphy's. Those people like to get down. It's not a combo.
Yeah, Joel and I love to dance.
I'm telling you, we're trying to get some dancing going through.
I'm not wearing those huge platforms, though. Those things are so heavy. When
We have-
Spice Up Your Life came on,
Yeah.
I thought I was gonna die having to lift those things up in the air. Cause Spice Up Your Life, and then you kick your foot up. Oh my god! I'm like, Joel, you're gonna have to just kick for me.
And again, I don't like to announce until things are official,
Yeah, you do.
but I do. But we have an unofficial commitment to our favorite adult film star, Mandy Marie, to appear that evening selling some autographs and prints. So hopefully Mandy will be part of those great festivities and just a lot of great stuff going down. You got to get there. I mean, it only holds with so many people, and I heard the contest is packed. There's going to be 20 eaters, like 3 rounds.
I did talk to her yesterday. She said she did get prints done.
Awesome.
So, if anybody wants Mandy Marie prints, she has them.
I want Mandy Marie fingerprints. Did I say that?
Snickers, Snickers,
Snickers. Give me a
Dick
Snickers.
Vein, Snickers.
Main vein Snickers. Help me. That's great stuff. I can't get enough of myself sometimes.
Oh my god.
See, I'm not alone. Yes, please. See, everybody wants their Mandy Marie prints. You get yours your way, I'll get mine my. I still understand that my wife hasn't beaten the hell out of me. She sits upstairs and listens to this nonsense. But it's all in good fun. Playing my voice collective can at the moment to kind of take me down a notch. But yeah, the Eagles Super Bowl, February 12th, Super Bowl 57. Can't believe it's been that many. Currently, for those who like this kind of stuff, I got to do it because I'm a junkie of this stuff as well.
This is sports related.
It is sports related, but it's very quick. It's not a story or anything. It's very quick. Where the heck is it? Really? Can't even find it. It's current. How about that? They currently have it hidden. Now there it is, right there. Super Bowl 57. The Philadelphia Eagles are 1.5 point favorites. I do enjoy being the underdog better. Don't like going in as the favorite. Like being the underdog. At the
I
moment,
kind of feel the same way.
yeah, Vegas says there's a 1.5 favorite. I don't know if I'm down with that. I mean, I'll take it as it comes, but. And now that I'm trying, Allie, to do something a little bit fun. A couple of smart mouth Kansas City fans that want to talk it up. I said, look, here's the deal. Eagles win. You come on the Yo Show in an Eagles t-shirt. And trust me, these are the kind of people the audience wants to see in Eagles t-shirts. You know what I'm saying to you? That's how we line it up here on the Yo Show. But seriously, like now I've got a platform. I challenge you to put your money where your mouth is. Am I wrong?
I don't like to bet. So, I mean, I don't really understand the whole like fantasy football, but I mean, I have friends that play it and it's something fun. And I mean, if you're into it, I feel like you need to know all your stats. You know a lot about sports. Like,
Yeah, it's sometimes a curse.
I mean, you like every post is about a different person, a different player. I don't know enough to really feel like I could do that. So, but I get it. I totally get it.
Some people say to me, like, some of your posts to me are French. Like, I really. Just getting some great comments.
Yeah,
from
unless
people.
you put something with it, I have no idea who you're talking about half the time. Like, you'll put the player's last name, and I'm like, unless it's like a major one, I don't know them. Speaking of which, I want to know from everybody, what is everybody's like go-to jersey for this Super Bowl for Eagles?
That's a good one.
I kind of want a Hurts jersey.
I love Hurts. A lot of people like Hurts. A lot of people go A.J. Brown, Hurts. A lot of people love Kelsey. Everybody's all about the Kelsey.
Did you see the thing where they did the Step Brothers and they had
Yes,
both of them?
it's very cool. The Kelsey's mom will be there, and she'll be wearing a half and half jersey. It's actually got custom made, stitched together.
Yeah, but on
half-
Eagles on the back.
Yeah, it's Kansas City on the front. Wasn't crazy about that.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Come
You
on,
need to be on
Mom.
the front. Come
Well,
on.
I guess for the sake of arguing it,
For the sake of what argument?
Travis is more the handsomer, more appealing of the Kelsey brothers, I guess. See, Steph wears one with no name. I'm all right with no name. You know why? You get a name, and the guy's gone before you know it. They trade him away or they leave for free
Yeah,
agency.
especially with the Phillies. Like every time I get a Phillies jersey or a Phillies shirt with someone's name on it, I end up donating it not too long after because.
Yeah. You're safe with Bryce Harper because he signed a 10-year contract. But
Oh, I
evidently,
know.
you just don't know. And I kind of agree there. And a story from years back, I was a young kid, and I was a Flyers fan, of course, but also liked the LA Kings. I was a Kings fan. And the Kings went from the purple and gold to the black and silver.
Is
And I
this when Wayne
loved it.
Gretzky was playing?
It was right before he got there. And
Okay.
my favorite hockey player was a guy named Bernie Nichols. So my mom's like, your birthday's coming up. What do you want for your birthday? I said, I want a Bernie Nichols jersey, the black and silver Kings jersey with his number on the back. Blah. So my mom gets a hold of her friends who lived in New York near a very popular custom sports making store. And this thing gets shipped in, and I'm wearing it. And 3 months later, whammo, Bernie Nichols gets traded to the New York Rangers. He's the end of that bad boy. But no, you can keep them, and that's okay because eventually they become vintage. Like I got a Schmidt one, and that's okay. They get traded away. Yeah,
The only couple I had that were not Philadelphia teams, I had a throwback Jason Kidd jersey from when he was on I think North Carolina, and I had the old school starter jacket for Charlotte Hornets because I loved the Charlotte Hornets. I love that Hornet,
Jason
like their
Kidd
mascot.
I think Jason Kidd was California. I think. I don't know. I have to look it up. I forget.
It was. I know it was blue and gray.
Oh, so that might have been.
It was
Dallas.
dark blue, like navy.
That might have been Dallas Mavericks. That's where he started his career. I think with Dallas. Am I correct? Yeah, Dallas.
I don't know.
Good Lord. Stephanie, it's good to see you tuning in. Hopefully you're feeling better. I sent her a link for last night, and she's like, oh, I can't even hack it. I'm just not feeling hot. So hopefully you're feeling better. We always appreciate
Well, that's the great thing about being able to watch it. You can watch it when you have time.
Exactly.
And you can also go on and subscribe.
It's always on. It's on YouTube all day and all night. It doesn't go away. Twitch, it goes away after a week and you reprogram it. Facebook, it's always there on the Super
Don't be
Network.
scared. Just go on and subscribe. It's so easy.
I feel terrible, but you still made it. And that's why I love you. Actually, Stephanie.
Thank you.
Stephanie works at the Chickies and Pete's down South Philly,
Oh,
which is our spot. And I know you're subscribed because you're amazing and we love you. Stephanie, actually, we should do a segment called Meme Me where people send in the best
I
memes.
will go to Chicky Pete's anytime. Like, I will take any excuse to
I know,
do it.
right? Stephanie, especially when Stephanie's there. And she also works for the Eagles part-time, too, in the stadium, which she was there for all the good stuff. But she won our Meme Me contest. She won one of my Funko Pops. It was one of my Bryce Harper doubles. And so she's a great friend and fan of the show.
How many doubles do you have?
Not many. Very few doubles. I think I have a couple extra Luka Doncic. He's my favorite player. I had 2 Harpers. Stephanie won one of those. But not a lot of doubles. Unfortunately, all these numbers are singles, and I had maybe 1/4.
I can't even believe how many of those you have.
There's a lot. And you saw it, and the night
Do you
before somebody else-
understand what would happen if Jackson ever comes to your house and sees all of those?
Oh, I got a hard enough time when her nephew's coming on. It's like, I don't know about the Super Bowl, but we will definitely come see you right after the Super Bowl. Like when we win it.
Don't say that, because you never know where the night may go.
Oh, don't. Last time they were in the Super Bowl, like I said, I drank 20-some cans of that banana bread beer. And my brother said,
Dennis and I love Chicky and Pete, so.
I do as well. I love Chicky, especially South Philly. I love that one. It's an awesome, awesome venue. I love the one in Warrington. My good friend Rocco used to be the manager there. I do. I love Chickies and Pete's. And people are like, hey, after a while, do you get tired of it? Never. I love it. I love me some crab
I always
fries.
ask for
I love
gift
their wings.
certificates.
Yeah,
For
why
like
not?
Christmas or whatever, I always ask for gift certificates. And during the pandemic, everyone's like, well, why do you want a gift certificate to chicken. I'm like, because as soon as it's back open, I'm gonna be down there and I'm gonna be having my cheesesteak and loving it.
Absolutely. They said they got excellent wings. I like their roast pork.
I wonder
sandwiches,
who won the
roast beef.
racehorse.
I don't know. You're still on that racehorse. You'll be on that racehorse forever.
It's always gonna run through my mind like who won the racehorse.
I swore you won it. Stephanie, you got to put a little something together when the Yo Show comes live at Chickies and Pete's in South Philly. That would be awesome. It was actually a dream of mine. Not a dream, but in the beginning, like going to different venues and doing like, it was going to call it Yo Show Saturday. And we'd go to different venues and eat like one of their signature dishes, like crab fries. And my friend Bill owns a Union Tap up in Manayunk, and they have incredible wings. We always like, and I wanted to do that. And I'm sure we can work something out. I like it.
Oh, I love Chicky and Pete's. I was just telling my mom was trying to say McDonald's fries are the best. I'm like, I can't even believe that you'd even put them in the mix. Like Chicky and Pete's are the best.
I mean, I do love McDonald's French fries. Obviously, I haven't.
Oh, I love them too, but Chicky and Pete's, I like everything there. It's just.
We had we have friends from Staten Island. Now Staten Island, New York area. They know their food, especially their pizza.
I always think of Angelina from Jersey Shore.
A lot of people do.
Whenever anybody says Staten Island.
And like they take us to the great pizza places all through the New York area. So they came down our end one time and said, "We want to go to this Chickies and Pete's. I want to try it." I'm like, "Oh, sure, absolutely." So we took them to the one in Warrington, and they ordered pizza. And I'm like, "Are you kidding me?" Like, now I want to see how you guys do pizza out here. Between the crab fries and the pizza and the wings, they were blown away. They're like, "This is amazing. I would eat this pizza every day." I'm like, "Wait, you come from like the pizza capital of the world?" They're like, "Yeah, this could run in New York, this pizza." Like, wow.
I feel the same way. Chicky and Pete's is one of my favorites.
I'm a fan. I really am. I always have been. Like I said, I've never had a bad time there. When I was a single guy in my 20s, that's where I would take some of my dates, to Chickies and Pete's. Because it's fun. It's a laid-back atmosphere, and we got to come see
And they
stuff.
always have good DJs.
Yeah. And
their DJ's always pretty on point.
They usually have good employees. Am I right, Steph? Steph is banging. She is super cool.
They have the best employees.
The best employees, absolutely. So we're going to come see you soon, Steph. Absolutely. Did we miss any topics or stuff? Oh, we were going to talk about retirements, and first Tom Brady's retirement was front and center. But I want to talk about the other retirement today, the legend, the king of metal, just a name synonymous with music, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne, and announced today that he is done touring. This is it. Can no longer handle it. A lot of bad stories you hear about his health and obviously his mental capacity, etc. Did you get to see Ozzy? Have you ever seen Ozzy live?
Yes, I've been to like every Ozfest I could possibly ever be at. Yeah, I would see Ozzy even if he couldn't sing, even if he was up there.
Just up there doing
Yeah.
Very sad. I'm sad to hear it. I've seen him twice. Never got to see the Black Sabbath ensemble. The reunions or nothing. But I've seen Ozzy twice. I love him. It's going to be tough. He is on the wall. He's here somewhere.
I'm sad that he's retiring. If he needs to do it, he deserves it.
I agree.
But
he definitely deserves it.
I would see him till the end of time.
I agree. He's on the side. That's why you can't see him from here. But
they should really do a hologram. They should do a hologram of him.
Like they did with Ronnie James Dio. That creeps me out.
Yeah, just rock it out.
But here's a guy, now people say, past his time, this, that, and the other thing. He's going out still on top. Like, he's never really flopped. Like, his stuff stayed strong. He's going out on top.
Ozzy fucking Osbourne.
Right? You hear that, Gene Simmons? Like, go out on top. Tom Brady, his last game's
I don't really care about Tom Brady. Like, doesn't he keep saying, I'm not retired, I'm retired?
That's kind of where I was getting at when I did like the little type up for the show. I put in parentheses like not sports related. I don't want to talk about the sports relation of it. But you talk about how the guy like loses his family over this
Let's talk about
job.
his wife and her sheer outfit that she's posing in, looking fire. Brady, you might have
Jesus.
won the game, but you lost. You lost life.
You lost in life, bro. Like, everyone's like, oh, well, Giselle's probably a bitch. You know what?
And she probably
Bring it.
is, but you know what? She's hot as shit.
Yeah, so like I said, you win the game and you lose kind of
I
life.
could see her being really, really like stern.
Yeah, and that's okay. Sometimes guys like that need that. And
Didn't he kind of retire because she didn't?
yeah, originally he retired because she didn't want him to play anymore, and then he went back and said, "I'm going to play." And
I
everybody
didn't want to accuse her. People get really crazy about that.
right, everybody's like breaking his stones. Like, way to go, dude! Like lost like the hottest woman on earth to go play football. Yeah.
I just think he should have just stepped away when he first said that he was going to step away. You do some Nike commercials and some other commercials. You rack in your money there and you leave with dignity. He keeps coming back and he looks like a tool.
He's got this massive contract offered him by Fox that as soon as he retires, he becomes like the #1 football analyst.
Didn't he like cry and throw a tantrum when he didn't win the one game?
Oh, he definitely does throw tantrums.
Like,
he's a tantrum.
I hate that. Like, at least walk over, shake the guy's hand, and like walk away with some pride. You know,
Right,
you won't see an Eagles over there like crying.
Right. Because
Stop it, Brady.
Because
Stop it, Tom Brady.
Because we don't. You would never see Nick Foles crying because he didn't lose the Super Bowl.
Even if you lose, like, stop it, Brady.
Yeah. Well, now he's gone.
I'm
Now
just
we'll see
sick
him in
of
the Super Bowl.
hearing about him. Yeah, but is he really retired? Because he said that like so many times.
I don't think there's because he's not going to go back to Tampa Bay, and they'd have to work another contract.
So
out
basically,
for him.
nobody wants him.
I'm sure somebody would take him. I don't really see it being a great move. I'm sure somebody would take him on, but whatever. We mentioned this last night. I'm down for this. I'd love to get my hands on this one. Alice Cooper and Rob Zombie heading out on a tour. Freaks on Parade tour with special guests Ministry and Filter. Wow. Now again, Alice Cooper is a guy who's been around forever, but doesn't seem like he needs to hang it up. Seems like he still hangs in pretty tough. Rob Zombie, of course, is
Rob Zombie. I mean, that's
Legend.
another one. I'll see him forever.
Sure, love him. No John 5 this time. Unfortunately, John 5 is now with Motley Crue. Rob Zombie has brought back his guitars from the White Zombie days. That's kind of cool. I would definitely get myself in on this. I don't even think it's coming to the Philadelphia area. A little disappointed in that. A lot of bands aren't. You know who's coming to the Philadelphia area? Or actually, Camden? Pantera. That eye roll. You and I don't know who hates Pantera more, you or Jewel, but
I'm just like, I don't know. I just don't really understand the whole thing with Pantera. Like, I just don't really, they just don't really do anything for me. Hold up, guys. Don't everybody like jump down my throat because I know I know a lot of people do love them.
sure.
I don't know. I mean, I get it, but I don't get it.
Right, and just because you don't get it doesn't mean it doesn't
Sorry, not sorry.
Right. Doesn't mean it has to be for you. And again, people, you're allowed to your opinion.
And
I
I've
just sit here
seen
and say,
them.
"Who
I mean,
sucks?"
I've paid for their concert tickets. Don't get me wrong. I've seen them a bunch of times.
I'm a fan.
I think they've been at quite a few of the Ozfests, to tell you the truth.
I'm sure
I was
they've been
looking
at
back
least two,
through some of
yeah.
my old T-shirts from the Ozfest, and I've seen so many people that I didn't even realize that I saw that many times.
I like how you said looking through your T-shirts because my wife always tells me I have too many T-shirts, which I don't even think
You
should be
can't.
possible.
There's
right,
no such
thank
thing.
you. There is
Cassie,
no such
come
thing as
on.
too many T-shirts. Just because there's like 30.
I get
drawers full of
anxiety if I have to get rid of a T-shirt.
I don't. I get rid of them when they like rip in half.
No, not
I had-
band tees.
I
No
had
way.
this Kiss one that said Merry Kissmas. I got it from Spencer. It had
I should have
30
worn
years
my
of wearing it.
Ozzy. I have a throwback
Aw.
Ozzy. Like, I mean, like, I would say probably it was probably 80s, early 80s. I mean, it's just fabulous.
I've got this great shirt.
I need one of them.
And underneath I've got this because I can't take it off. I love this shirt too. We love bands, man. It's what
I
we're all about.
really want St. Ricketts to come to Murphy's.
I
Yes, I'm
invited the
calling
group.
you guys out. I really would like you guys to be there.
I invited the group on social media. I've got a couple we'll try. So hopefully they can. They're cool guys. I mean, um, the lead singer Eric is also a nurse, so he doesn't act quite like a rock star, even though he's a rock star. Tom and John are definitely rock stars. I didn't get to meet Anthony. Anthony didn't make the in studio, and Kenny used to drum for them. Kenny's awesome. But yeah, they're rocker dudes, and they're a great time. And hopefully they can come out and see them. We've had them as guests in studio back when we had the old studio. We had them each make spot appearances on different like special shows we had here. So great group. We love their music, and we need more music, fellas. We need new stuff. Like now.
Or we could make a really fun video, like music video.
Yeah.
Jewel and I. And have you like doing the.
Fish bump.
It has to be that face that you made in the nail bite picture.
I don't remember.
You were so happy.
I really was happy.
Yeah, you really were.
I'm surprised I didn't load it on here because I'm so very proud of this moment.
Your smile, no, it's like the worst picture of me.
I think it's a great picture of you. Matter of fact,
No, it's not.
Comment on how great a picture. I got to find it in my arsenal here. God, I take and post a lot of pictures. There's a lot of foul and vendetta on my phone too. Sorry, not sorry. But I tried to find like the perfect picture for her to put up, and there's so many great ones like you don't even know. It's coming. It's coming. It's coming. There we go. There it is. Yeah. Yeah, face. Look at that band. Look at that chick with platform shoes.
Look at Jeff's smile.
I'm so happy. It's like
He's like Justo Gino. Justo Gino.
I get really. As a matter of fact, I think there's a couple up here real quick. I know we're like running. I'm pretty much running past time, but let's see if I can find these real quick. There's one with me and our girl here that you love.
Oh, Lexi.
The sweetest. I adore her, and meeting her was just the greatest. I walked in and she's like, "Oh my God!" I'm like, "I need an extra large."
Where were you guys? What were you guys doing? Because that looks like a lot of fun.
This was at Love Drafts where I first met Nailbite as well. This was the Sepsis show at Love Drafts. Another great singer from Mantra of, I can never say their name wrong. Mantra, I forget. I'm sorry. And some great pictures right up by the stage of Sepsis. And if I didn't mention, I got to meet Lexi. I love you, Lexi. She's terrific, yeah. Such a sweet girl. And
oh my God, I really hope Sepsis comes around here because
they're talking about it. They're talking about making the move and come back in the area. They're terrific, and they're terrific to meet. And they're a band that really dedicates themselves to other bands and getting other people, out there. So definitely great, definitely worthwhile. It's time to get the heck out of here. It's 10 o'clock. It's went that fast. A massive thank you.
Why, whenever we talk about like cutting the time down, like I didn't even notice that it went by that quick.
Right, because and that's the thing. Like I could probably legitimately do this 7 days a week. Well, not 24 hours. We tried that. Didn't work.
No, you gotta pee at some point.
We got to 18 hours. We went pretty good, but we got cut off at the end because we had a DJ on playing unlicensed music, and they cut us off. So. But yeah, we're there. We're 10. I got an interview tomorrow. I was reminded by my friend Amy. It's the company she works for. She said, "Don't forget, Mister, interview tomorrow." So apparently she's
sending all the good vibes your way.
I'll take them. I'll take good vibes. Massive, gigantic, humongous thank you to the guys from Milio Sky tonight. Thank you so much, dudes. You are awesome. I ran their screen stuff all night long.
I love you guys so much.
I love you too in a very heterosexual way. You guys rock.
And please make TikTok videos so I can duet with them.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely something big. We're going to take you out of here with St. Ricketts at www.stricketts.com. The song is The Catalyst. It is the Wednesday night jam. I usually start it a few seconds in there because it's not, you hear that guy talking. It's a little creepy. There we go. And that's it. We will see you next week here on the program. Allie's birthday. I've got a surprise lined up. I won't tell you their name, but I better
see everybody I know leaving little emojis. I don't even care what emoji I mean, Jeff doesn't really particularly like the eggplant, but if you really feel if you really feel you need to leave the eggplant, I'll take it. But just leave something.
Leave a moist eggplant. There, that'll fix you all.
The little water spring.
Little spritz of water, little eggplant.
Hashtag pervert.
Doing the hashtag major pervert. All right, let's get our butts out of here. How do I do the... I forgot. Oh, there it is. Okay.
St. Ricketts.
The Catalysts. See you next week for Allie's birthday, where our special guest will be blank. Good night. Wait, volume. I almost forgot the volume. Good night.
Introduce yourself. Can't do it a fire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Do you hear the call? Coiling the wire. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this desire. Understand yourself. This is not a test. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. Do you wait for love? Put your acquiesce. You have all the reason to begin again. Honor this request. I have found the catalyst, and I have found the catalyst, in you. Chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I found the catalyst in you. Yes, there will be days when the sky is gray, but I will catalyst in you. Chemical reaction incinerates the gravity. I found the catalyst in you. Introduce yourself.